got to get beyond that, people. We've got to be able to open ourselves up to be more like Christ. Now, why was Jesus like this? Now, it doesn't say this in this particular scripture, but it does describe this later on. Think about it. Where did Jesus come from? And don't say Nazareth. Can anything good come from there? That's right. Where did Jesus come from? Poverty. Where did Jesus come from? Heaven. He had to come to earth in order to reach out. So if he's already left everything, then what did it matter if he was in a leper colony or in a palace? None of that mattered to Jesus. Right. Where was Jesus going? Where was his hope? In heaven. So what did it matter what people thought of him? It didn't matter if one moment they were praising him and the next they were cursing him. One moment they called him the Christ, next, son of the devil. That type of stuff didn't matter. I want you to think this week about this. Is your hope truly in heaven? Is your security truly in heaven? Are your answers truly in heaven? Why? Because when you start thinking that way, you don't get intimidated by that person that you're trying to reach out to. Say, you know what? This is about heaven. This is not about you. And I honestly really don't care what you think of me. I have a message to deliver to you. You can walk into your house going, you know what? This is not what I live for. I live for my home in heaven. I am not trying to build something here on earth. I am not concerned about my life here. I am concerned about my life there. And you see how it starts to affect the way that you do things. We wonder why Jesus was so driven. Because heaven awaited. Work didn't await. Heaven awaited. And when we really feel that, when we really give our hope and our life over to that, we're going to live different lives. I promise you that. Now, let's switch gears for a second. Why would a guy like Levi? Tax collectors are some of the richest people in town. Quite literally. Why would a guy like Levi, Matthew, follow Jesus? Like, what did he have to offer? Honestly, if I were Levi and I saw a rabbi coming up the road wanting to stop and talk to me, I would think, all right, what's this guy going to say? How much can he put me down today? What kind of trap is he going to try to trap me in to show the crowd that I'm a dirty, no-good scoundrel? That's what I would have been thinking. And it's probably what he was thinking. But Jesus comes up to Levi and says what? Follow me. Why would he get up and go? Well, the one thing that I can figure is this. People feel trapped in the lives that they've built for themselves a lot of times. And they don't know how to get out. I think Levi built his life around money. But in reality, that was not making him happy, but he didn't know how to get out of it. He was shunned at church. He wasn't even allowed to walk in the doors of the synagogue. How's he supposed to change? How's he supposed to do anything? How's he supposed to get out of this? Do you know how many people feel like that in their lives today? Yeah. Trapped by the choices that they've made in the past, but they're kind of stuck with the life that they have now? You know how many people I talk to on a regular basis that feel that way about their marriages? Like, look, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. I've done this and I've done this, and these are the choices I've made. Now we have kids. What else am I supposed to do? I'm stuck. And they don't see a way out. Or the money thing. A lot of people get stuck by money. They get stuck. They get sucked into, you know what, money solves all your problems. It'll answer all. No, money doesn't solve problems. It just creates more. You know that. You start getting money, what do you start getting? Yeah, okay, you'll start getting bills. What else will you get? You'll get stuff. Right? And what happens when you have stuff? It breaks, and you got to do maintenance on it, and it starts controlling your life, quite literally. You know, it's funny. We took Sarah's car in for an oil change. I know, I was right. You know what it said on the wall? Our car has 62,000 miles on it. It said on the wall, Kia recommends you change your timing belt at 60,000 miles. I'm like, 60,000 miles? That's supposed to last to 100. What's going on? The guy says, well, yeah, if you don't change it at 60,000 miles, it'll null and void the warranty. Oh my gosh! Now I got to think, well, do I have the time to sit down and pull this thing apart? I am not Rick Overturf. You know, if I pull it apart, it'll stay apart for about 4 or 5 days. Or am I going to pay them to do it? Well, that's just more money out of my pocket. You know, we just found out Phoebe needs braces. But it's not just braces. Her 12-year molars can't grow in because her wisdom teeth are blocking them. So now she needs oral surgery and all her wisdom teeth removed. Yeah, who's right? I'm not talking about ooh the pain, I'm talking about ooh the pain! I know, I should have more compassion on my daughters. But this is turning into a $10,000 mouse! And I'm going, ah! There's a lot of people in the world that feel trapped and they don't have a way out. When Levi saw Matthew, or when Levi saw Jesus, rather, I think one of the things that he saw is possibilities. Yeah. He saw, wow, this is somebody that's offering me a way out. Now, I'm here to challenge you in this. We are disciples of what? Christ. Are we disciples of mediocrity? No. Are you sure? Look at your life. Come on. Are we disciples of comfortability? And we say no, but are you sure? When people look at you, do they see possibilities? Or do they see stuck? I think it comes down to the question that Jesus was asked. What do they say? Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners? You know what? Where the Pharisees saw sinners, Jesus saw opportunities. And this is the question that gets asked a lot. You know what? When we ask the question, we usually have a tag scripture with it. What's the tag scripture? 1 Corinthians 15:33. Bad company corrupts good character. Why are you hanging out with people like that? And we do. We'll say that. And I've said that to teens. I've said it to campus students. I've said it to every people I know. And I think this is exactly what they were asking Jesus. And Jesus, this is a soft rebuke of the religious leaders because Jesus responds with purpose. He's like, look, this is why I came. It's not the healthy we need a doctor, but the sick. I've not come to call the righteous, but the sinners. And that was a rebuke to them. He was like, you guys think you're so righteous, you think you don't